Welcome to Instruments for Change at EJC Virtual Church. It is so nice to see you again. Now, today, again, what we're going to do is that we're going to learn some songs and we're going to see how many of them we can push through. Now, today's songs were chosen by Brandon Daly. Now, again, I'm hoping that by choosing these songs, that Brandon will get back into learning the piano and stick with it and start to play for churches. And I'm hoping the same for you. So our first song, we're going to jump straight into it, is A Shelter in the Time of Storm. And remember now, I am teaching you how I will play the song. It's not necessarily how somebody else will play it. And remember this, after you have become proficient in playing the piano, you're going to develop your own style, your own sound. You're going to hear chords from different musicians, and you're going to put together your own thing. But this is just basic for you to get playing, all right? So let's go. Very good. All right, so let's work it out now. A Shelter in the Time of Storm. No, it's in the key of F. That's only one flat note. That is B flat. So the chords that we are going to encounter in F on the first, G minor on the second, A minor on the third, B flat major on the fourth, C major on the fifth, and D minor on the sixth. All right. So our first chord is going to be F. Now the melody starts before the chord comes in. So that's simple. That's F, second inversion. And remember, the second inversion is when the melody is in the middle. The root note is in the middle. Follow the melody. That's B flat now. First inversion. We're still keeping the F in the left hand. Sorry. That's a B flat. And it's like a G minor over the B flat. The G minor will be in the first inversion, or you can just call it we can just call this well, let's call it the G minor, because we could call it the B flat sixth. And then we can hold a G chord there. So that is it. The G to the C chord. All right, so let's do that again. F, B flat, G minor over B flat, same chord. Now, this is like a B diminished, or we can say that it's a G chord. We can use that also. But B diminished, that says B, D, and F. That's a C chord. And we'll follow the melody. So from the C in the second inversion to the C in the root inversion, follow the melody. Then we're back to the F in the second inversion. same as we started, same movements. A little bit different here though. When we go to the C, that's an F over F, second inversion, to the C, first inversion, and then we go to the F once more. All right, which is in the first inversion. All right, so the two lines of this song is just almost identical, except for that little change in the end. All right. Sorry. And remember, we're filling in. We can repeat some of our. This is a fourth over fifth, B flat over C. And that's kind of filling when we have these long pauses, right? Or these long chords. Now, let's go to the chorus. So what just happened? All right, so this one starts on the fourth. Now, a good opportunity to teach this principle. Now, if you're going to move to the fourth, a good chord to use is the seventh of that root chord. So the root chord is F, and the seventh, remember, to find the seventh, you just count 2 semitones down from that root note. And sometimes you'll hear that even that sound. All right, so let me use that sound to show you how to get to the fourth by using the seventh. So it might not be appropriate for everything that you play, but just for demonstration's sake, I'm going to use it this time, okay? So we are that's what it would sound. You'll hear that sound. And that tells you that you're going to the fourth. All right, so we start with the F chord. That's the B flat. So we know now we're going to the fourth. B flat, second inversion. So we're not moving the chord from where we start. So just playing with the melody right around the chord without moving anything. Same thing with the F. We play the F in the root position. And we'll try that A, which is the melody. So the whole thing will sound like this. Next line. So we'll play the melody just before we play the chord. F. Same, not moving the chord. And that's a C in the root position. See? All right, and then we'll do the same thing once again. All right, no. So we can do the very same thing. What I just did a while ago is that I use a substitution. So instead of continuing with the F I use the relative minor to the F, which is D minor, just to complement it. So I started in the F, then move to the D minor. And that is a thing that you can use to substitute, to use something else just beside the root chord or any chord that you're sitting on for a long time. So this is the second half. And that is the substitution. That's not written there though in the music. The music is. But you can use that. And that's fine. And then you follow the melody. No. All right, so just what happened there? We have the F chord. And we're keeping on the F chord. So we're holding the F chord in the root position, but we're going to be playing the melody right around it because we don't need to move the melody right there. No, sorry. Then we'll do the B flat as a passing chord. Back to the F. That is C major. All right, so let's do the chorus again. So let us play the entire song from beginning to end, and then we can go to another song, learn another song today. Sorry. This is a good opportunity to tell you this. Now, some of us, we have to play for church and we are afraid of making mistakes. Listen, all of us make mistakes. So what you do, just play through the mistakes. You make a mistake, just play through it. The truth, though, is that we should always practice our songs, that we make less mistakes until we cannot get the songs right. We just cannot get the songs wrong. Right? So we should practice the songs. But if you make a mistake, play through it. A lot of people don't notice. All right? So let's jump to another song. The other song now is Hymn 34, sent to us by Brandon Daly, with the song of joy and gladness. Now, this song is in the key of F, just like we had before. All right. Sorry. Right. Now, let's pick this song apart a little bit more difficult than the one we just played. All right, so we start with the F, the F chord, and the position that we're going to start in is the second inversion. Remember, the second inversion is when the root of the chord is in the middle. So it's for F, it's going to be C, F, and A. So we start with the F. We keep the F with an A in the bass, B flat. So that's B flat with D in the melody. Then we invert it to B flat with a B flat at the top. Then F, same F that we started with. And then we walk down the melody to the F. So let's play that again. Then we can just play the melody here, then the chord. That's a C. So the melody, so the C is in the root position. Now we're going to play a G chord here with a F in the melody that resolves to G, to back to the C chord in the root position. So let's say that from the top. All right. So we get to our C. Then we start it again. The same thing we did before. And then it changes here. So the first part of the first line and the first part of the second line is the same thing. All right. Now for the next part of the last part of that second line, so all right, so what do we just do? What we're actually playing here is the arpeggio of F. So it's F, A, C with a A in the left hand, B flat in the first inversion, B flat in the left hand, F in the right hand, second inversion, C in the left, resolve to the C, and now that's F in the first inversion. Remember, we have to learn that first inversion because we conclude all our songs in the first inversion, meaning that the root note is at the top of the chord. All right, so let's do that second line now. There's even another chord I would love to try there. Didn't really work. All right, so that's the first two lines. No, that's really, really easy because that's sitting on one chord. It's like we're playing the C major scale, except that we're going to play that B flat and stop there. So that's a C chord. I'm just using the C and E. Same C chord, C, E, G. Same C chord, added the B flat. Now, let's go to the next line. Now, a little bit more complicated. Sorry. Sorry. Right. Just lost where I was in the song. All right. So, this part, that's a D minor chord, C chord, F, G chord, and a C chord. So let's do that once again. So let's try that. That's the melody. And then we'll walk. Every single one of these movements now have some chord attached to it. That is D minor, C, F, second inversion, G, second inversion with the D in the left hand. So let's do the whole line now. Now for the next line, F, F, C, D minor, A, that's A major, so there's a accidental here. All right, so let's walk that through now. F. Now every movement in this comes with a chord. F, that is the second inversion. C in the first inversion. D, second inversion. A major. That's right, we're just playing the B flat. Alright, we'll just play the D and then complete it with the B flat chord. So let's do that once more. And then we go to the C. Well, F actually over C. So an easy way to do that is so we start with a C and we just float the F chord, like the arpeggio, then the C chord, or we could do it a little bit more complicated. Play the entire F chord here, and just keep inverting as we go. That's a good way to learn your inversion. So the root inversion, first inversion, second inversion, C. I kind of like it that way, so let's keep it that way. So, and that would be the verse. So let's take it from the top. Okay. All right. So let's see what we did there. So we start the melody on E, and we walk up to G, and that is where we hold the chord of C in the root inversion. And then we start the next set of melodies on the F note. So we start on E, and we play the C chord, then on F, and play the F chord on the second inversion. That's a B flat with the B flat with the B flat first inversion, then B flat second inversion. That's so nice. So you get to learn the first and the second inversion by interchange here. Then the F. So let's start from the top. B flat. And then we start now with what we did the second time around, which was the F chord. So we walk up from the F to the A. F in the second inversion. That's the B flat, first inversion. Walking up from the E, from the G. Melody. That's a C chord, first inversion. F over C, C, and that first inversion of F. Now, that movement where you see the first chord over the fifth in the left hand is another regular movement. Another regular movement. Another regular movement that you'll see is the second to the fifth, back to the first. All right? And so you'll get used to them. So that is Wake the Song. So let us play the whole song now. This song, again, there are spots where you have to play just all chords following the melody around. But I'm sure that you'll get used to it. It's not one of the easier songs. But if you play these hard songs, you'll get the easier songs even better. All right, so let's try this now. Very good. So we are going to be coming right back with 2 more songs. All right, so stay tuned, and you'll learn some music today.
The next person in line, your friend at school or your co-worker, may have COVID-19 and not know because they have no symptoms. You, on the other hand, could be hospitalized for 2 months or more if you become infected. Is it worth it? Stay socially connected, but keep the physical distance. Stay 6 feet away and avoid a hospital stay. COVID-19 is not over. Protect yourself while protecting others. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Okay, welcome back everyone. And we are going to take on two songs now, and let's see how far we can get them. No, because he lives 526 in our the Seventh-day Adventist Church hymnal. It's in the key of A flat. Now, I like this song, and it gives me a good opportunity to demonstrate some of the other things which I wish I could share with you, which is style. Now, these two songs, we are going to try and play them in a couple of different moods and different styles to fit the occasion or to fit what you might be hearing in your head. Now, so in the key of A flat, we have A flat as the number 1 chord, B flat minor as our number 2 chord, C minor as our number 3 chord, or 4th is D flat, or 5th is E flat, and F minor is our 6th chord. All right, so what just happened there? So we're going to start with the A flat in the root position. So when we play the A flat in the root position, we're just going to be playing around with the melody while we're doing that. I'll come right back to the root position. Now remember we spoke about when we're going from the root chord or the first chord to the 4th chord, we play the 7th, and in this case the 7th in A flat is G flat. And we play that 7th, and we're still sitting on the A flat chord, just a different inversion. We move from the root inversion to the first inversion, second inversion, melody, and we'll go to the 4th. All right, so let's do that again. 4th, which is D flat in the root position, and then go on a melody again. Sorry. Back to the same chord we started with. And then we go to the E flat. Now if you notice, we're playing a lot of root positions here. And that's the E flat. All right, so let's do that again. A flat. D flat, E flat. Now we're going back to the A flat, second line. D flat again, so it's A flat to D flat again. And that melody is on the F, so we don't really need to change our hand position, just change the F. Now, we're going to use, remember our cadence that we normally use, we have that first, which is the A flat, In this case, over the fifth, which is E flat. So that's all A flat with the C at the top. That is E flat. I'll play the melody around that to back to the A flat. All right. So let's take it from the top. D flat. Back to the A flat. E flat. Back to the D flat. Or cadence. Filler. Now, remember when we say cadence, that's how we end a phrase or we end the entire song. All right? Now, let's go to the chorus. So we start the chorus, E flat. We'll follow the melody, and that is the A flat in the second inversion, and that's the G flat, the D flat, sorry, in the first inversion, in the root inversion. Sorry, so it's, I can't use the seventh again. And then you can substitute and play the B flat there, which is the relative minor to the D flat. And all you need to do is just change the left hand and play the B flat, and still can keep that right hand. It becomes the B flat minor 7th chord. Back to the A flat, root position. To the E flat, root position. Now, if you notice, with the first part of the verse and the first part of the chorus, you're doing the same chords. You have the A flat to the D flat, then the A flat to the E flat. All right? So very, very simple there to remember. Now the second part of the chorus. Same thing from the A flat to the D flat. But this time we're walking up from the A flat to the B flat minor to the A flat with the C in the left hand. So you remember, follow the melody. So that is the D flat. And just like we did in the first part of the chorus, the verse, we don't need to shift our hand. You can if you want. All right? And our cadence, just like we did before. All right, so our cadence is the A flat, E flat, and that's the entire song. So let's play it through, go to the next song, and then we'll talk about style. Our last song today is hymn 524. 'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus. It's in the key of G. No, so G, 1 sharp, which is F sharp. So the chords that you'll encounter in G will be G, A minor, B minor. Now remember B minor, it's B, D, and F sharp. C, which you already know, all white notes there. D, which is D, F sharp, and A. And our 6th chord is going to be E minor. All right. So, "'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus." So we start with the G chord, and we stay on the G chord for a little bit, right? So we play the G in the 2nd inversion, melody, back to the G in the 1st inversion. Then a C chord, or we can play the C chord, full C chord here and add the G, or we can just play the C and the E, which is a cheat, and then add the G, and then go back now to the G chord. So that is a C chord over the G in the left hand to the G. All right. Then let's take the next line. No, that's another thing that we have been doing throughout some of our songs, is playing the arpeggio. So you can play again, which is a cheat, which is to play just the arpeggio going up. Or we can play all the inversions, which is a good way to learn the inversion. So we go from the 1st inversion, which is the G at the top, 2nd inversion, B at the top, and then the root inversion, which is the D at the top in the G chord. Now that's an A chord. That's the 1st inversion, so it's A at the top. This is the C sharp, and the E. Melody on G, and that's the D major chord, root inversion. All right, so let's take it from the top. All right. Now, the next line is almost like the first line. So most of it, if you know the first line, you'll know this. Same thing. Except for this part now. So let's find out what we just did. That's a G chord, all G in the first 2 chords. So it's the 1st to the 2nd inversion. So the 1st inversion, remember, G's at the top. So it's B, D, and G. To the 2nd inversion, D, G, and B. So that is a C chord-ish. So because we have C, and I play just the C and the E, then I add the A to it. So it's like a C6 or a A minor in the left hand, in the right hand, and a C in the left hand. Then our last movement, that's a movement we did in another song some lessons ago, where we play the D suspended. I remember the suspended chord is when we play the, remember this is the D major, D minor. The suspended is going to the other side of the D major when we move that middle note. And back to G, which is the G in the first inversion. Always get that first inversion to finish. All right? So let's try it again from the second line. Let's try that again. Now let's try it from the top. Let's do it slowly that we can follow the chords, all right? Right, now the chorus. So let's break that down. All right. So that's just the G chord. So we start in the second inversion, the root inversion. Back to the second inversion. Very easy. Second, root, second. Then that's a D. That's an E minor. Then the G to the D. All right. So let's do this now. So it's the G, then D, E minor. So we know the D, which is the D, F sharp, and A. E minor. In the second inversion, B, E, and G. Then the G in the right hand to the D, same D we had before in the root inversion. All right, the next set of chords. Same movement. The time is a little bit different. All right, so what we did in the first part of the chorus, we'll do it in the third line. All right, so it says Jesus, Jesus, and how I've proved him. Same thing. All right, and the or and or now it's, so it's, all right, so we play a D chord with an F in the left hand, and then it's like an A chord, so it's A, C sharp, and G, so that's A seventh with E, so we're walking down with the left hand. That's what we're actually doing. So it's then the D chord. Very easy. So if you want to learn it this way, it's a D, A, D. and we're coming back to the same D. So let's try that again now. Sorry. All right. So let's go to the last line now. So it's that G, G in the second inversion, melody, G again, and D for the melody. C chord with a C at the top, which is the first inversion. And that's now the C over G. So let's try it again. Melody. C over G to G. That's our G chord now. First inversion to second inversion. That's what we did at the chorus. At the verse, the last line of the verse. So if you practice that, it's the same thing. The D suspended to the D. Back to our C, our G chord. So let's take it from the top. So it gives us a little time to go over this song once more, and I'm going to talk a little bit about style. So let's try this song from the top. And you can watch the movements and you can slow it down. And let me get this book out of the way. And you can follow on, you can rewind, you can take your time and learn it. All right? Very good. Now, when we come back, we'll come back and we'll talk about a little bit about style and appropriateness of how we play some of these songs. All right, so stay with us. We are going to be right back.
Aren't you tired of being the last person to view our content whenever we post? Maybe 3 days or perhaps a week later? Trust me, I know the feeling. That's why I'm here to help you fix that problem. By subscribing to our YouTube channel, it enables a notification feature that sends you a personal notification whenever EJC Virtual Church goes live. Yeah, that's cool, I know. Ready? Let's go. Now, firstly, what you want to ensure is that you are signed into your YouTube via your Gmail account. And then when you've gotten onto one of our videos, below that video you should see the word subscribe in red. You tap that word and then a bell should come up beside it. You hit that bell and select all to get all our notifications for all our content that we post right here on our EJC Virtual Church YouTube channel. Yep, it's as easy as pie. So right now you'll receive notifications whenever it's time for a new beginning. Mind Your Health, Youth Mission Live, Oh Give Thanks, Instruments for Change, and on Sabbaths or regular worship service. Remember, if you don't do it, the rocks will. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family members, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will surely receive a blessing from these programs.
Okay. Now, one of the things that I've noticed is that sometimes we we are playing same song, but we play the same song the same way all the time. Now, let's take this song that we just did. "'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus." And for "'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus," this song is now announced as the opening hymn for the church. How are we going to play the opening hymn? The opening hymn, normally it's upbeat, joyful entrance song, right? And normally if we're playing for the opening hymn, we're playing it for the closing hymn, it's just about the same, all right? So it's announced as the opening hymn or the closing hymn. And we'll normally play it this way. More or less, right? So play it with some happy tones, some joyful, bouncy type tones. Okay. Now, let's say this song now was not the opening hymn, but it's now the appeal song. I wouldn't suggest that we play the appeal song the same way. Now we want to slow it down a little bit, and we want to, instead of striking the chord straight on, or I would want to roll the chords in, and we want to slow the song a little bit down, and we want to now we're appealing. This is now a call. This is now the appeal song, and we'll sing it a little bit slower, maybe a little bit more solemn. So. Or maybe I'll change the timing a little bit to suit the occasion, right? But I mean, you don't have to, but this might be. The singers will be singing and singing a little bit slow. Now, let's say that the pastor is making the appeal. The singers are not singing anymore, but you just want to provide something in the background while the pastor is making that appeal. You can't play that loud either at that time. You have to now tone it right down. You probably have to slow it down. It has to be way in the background. It has to be much quieter, and it's different. You might use the higher part of the keyboard, depending, or even the lower part of the keyboard. Or even then, you want to just play just the chords, or elongate the time, you know. You don't have to know a lot of style to do it, I guess. And when you're playing like this, don't strike the chords straight on. Roll them in. So rolling the chords, you get a better effect from it. So you're not too loud, and you create the kind of atmosphere that you want to create. Let's take this other one that we just did, Because They Live. Now, as an opening song, so that might be okay, kind of pace that you might be playing for the opening hymn. Now, let's say that it's not the opening hymn anymore. It's now the communion service, and you are playing background music for the time when they are serving the wine or the bread. You might want to do a little bit different, just as we demonstrated just now. Play it a little bit lower, a little bit higher, maybe. Roll the cards in, and also maybe, instead of play it in 3/4, you play it. I mean 4/4, you play it in 3/4. So you want to play in the background, or you want to play in a way that you're playing and you just want people to sing softly behind you, not loud, and it's not the praise type. No, it's more meditative. It's more in the background. So uh, all right. So there we have it. We can, let's not just, when we learn our songs and we learn how to play, let us try and again play appropriate tones and appropriate tempos, and set the mood different ways to do different things. All right. So that's basically for what it is for today. I'm so happy that you came out to see us. I'm so happy that you're practicing. I'm so happy for the calls I've gotten and the people that I've seen that say that they have been visiting virtual church to learn how to play, learn how to sing, learn to do other things. This is the place to be. I'm so happy again that you're with us. So join us next time. God bless. Be good.
Join us tomorrow evening for Oh Give Thanks with Pastor Michael Lewis and the dynamic team. We look forward to seeing you at 7:30 p.m. sharp. A blessing awaits you.